Hello, this is JB with Creations Misfit, and today I'm going to show you how to make a Starburst granny square. So what you will need is a size 5mm hook. You'll need a yarn needle to sew in your ends and some scissors, and then you will need some size 4 yarn, and you can use acrylic or cotton, either one works. And I'm just going to use some scraps of things that I have already. I love this yarn. This is an old Sprightly yarn. This is Big Twist Value from Joann. And this is also Big Twist Value from Joann. So you'll just need a little bit of each. I mean, I don't even know, maybe 10 yards or something like that. And you can do as many or as few colors as you'd like. I'm going to show you a couple different options. This is a granny square that I made recently for this book cover. And I'm going to have a video for this, a video tutorial for this. If I don't already have it up on my channel, it might be up already by the time I put this video up. But it is a book cover like this, and it's just made with granny squares. And this one I used 4 different colors, which is what I'm going to do today. And then here's another book cover that I made. And this one it's the exact same pattern, but I just did solid colors for the flower portion, or the sunburst. Okay, so you can choose to do whatever you want. This one is obviously easier because you don't have to change colors, but I thought I would show you the color change in case you wanted to do that. And then I also made a couple more for a new one that I'm making, and this I used like a variegated yarn for the interior and then just black on the outside. So each of the interiors look a little bit different, but it was easy because I didn't have to change color. All right, so we're going to start with the center portion. So whatever color you want in the center is where you're going to start. And I will start with green. And these are pretty easy. They work up quickly. You can use them for anything. Bags, blankets, pillows, book covers, hats. I made a lot of these granny square, those bucket hats last year, or the last couple of years too. Alright, so we're going to start with a magic circle. I know that not everybody loves that. If you need more time on that, I have a video for it. I'll put in the description box below showing how to do it. You can also chain 4, slip stitch into the very first chain, and then just work inside. That will give you a circle, and you can work inside that. But I'm going to do a magic circle. Sorry about my nails. I was making videos earlier, and they're all messed up. Alright, so here's how I do my magic circle. Just twist over the back of your fingers and make an X, and then go under this first piece of yarn here and go over the second one and pull up. Okay, and that's your magic circle, and then you can chain 1 from there by going under here and just chain 1, and then you can pull it off your fingers. Okay, so there's our circle, and we already chained 1, we need to chain 3 all together, so chain 2 more, and that is going to count as your first double crochet. Alright, so that's 1, and we're going to do 16 total inside the magic circle. So this would be 2, 3, 4, go ahead and do your 16. Pause the video, and I will meet you back after I'm finished with mine. So remember, you're actually doing 15 double crochets because that first one, the chain 3, counts as a double crochet itself. So that will be your 16th. Okay, after I've done 16, I'm going to close my magic circle by pulling on this string here. And we're going to slip stitch into the top of the chain 3. Okay, so make sure that you're not going into that first stitch, but you're going into the top of the chain 3. You may have to count your stitches around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and then that will be your 16th. Oops, so go into the top there, slip stitch, and then we're going to, a lot of times I just change my yarn by going over it, and I don't tie off after every one, but for these, it just looks a little bit cleaner if you tie off. So I'm going to chain 1, cut my yarn, and tie off. And I can either drag that around with me or sew in my ends when I'm finished. Okay, so next I'm going to go into the orange yarn. And I don't start right here. I just kind of go to one of the other stitches. It doesn't really matter which one you start with. Just put your hook in and pull your yarn through and then make a knot right there. All right, and then I'm going to drag this around with me while I do the stitches. So from here, we're going to put our hook right back into that same spot where we put our orange yarn and pull up a loop. And here we're going to do, well, it's like a bobble stitch. So you want to kind of do this loosely because we're going to be pulling through quite a few strands at the same time. So we're going to yarn over and go back into that same stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop and pull it kind of loosely. And we're going to do that 2 more times. Yarn over, go into the same stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop, and then 1 more time. And here you should have, I think it's 5 loops on your hook. We're going to yarn over, go through the same stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop, and you'll have 7 loops on your hook now. And you're going to yarn over and pull through all 7. And it should be really easy to pull through if you've done it loosely enough. If you haven't, you may want to just retry it. And then we're going to chain 1 from there. And we're going to do this stitch in every stitch around, so we'll do a total of 16. So I'll do 2 more with you. Yarn over and go into the stitch, and like I said, I'm pulling this behind me. You don't have to. You can tie that in when you're done, or sew that in when you're done, but I just find it easier to put it in the back there. All right, so yarn over and go into the stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop loosely, and we're going to do that 2 more times. Yarn over, go into the stitch, yarn over and pull up another loop, and the 3rd time, yarn over, pull up a loop. You'll have 7 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 7, and chain 1. All right, so from here, just do that into every stitch around, and when you get around here, remember that this was the chain 3 was counted as a stitch, so you want to definitely go into that one as well. All right, so I will meet you at the end of this round after we've done 16 bobble stitches and chain 1 at the end. Okay, at the end of round 2, make sure that you chain 1, and then we're going to slip stitch into the top of the first bobble. Okay, not where we have a chain or anything there. We're just going to slip stitch into the top of the first. And make sure that you count and that you have 16 total bobble stitches. And then you can chain and cut your yarn. And we'll move on to round 3. And you can pull this in the back if you need to tighten up that magic circle. All right, so moving on to the 3rd color, we're going to put our yarn in between 2 of the bobbles. It doesn't matter where, you can do it anywhere. So I'm going to put my yarn between the 2 bobbles. Okay, you can see there's a space there. And just tie your yarn on like we did the last one. Make a knot. And then this is kind of a cluster stitch, or it's like a double crochet 4 together kind of. I don't necessarily know the proper name for it, but we're going to insert our hook and we're going to chain up 2. All right, and then we're going to do the stitch, the like cluster stitch together. So you just kind of do the first half of a double crochet, yarn over and go into the stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2. Now here we would normally yarn over and pull through 2 to finish our double crochet, but we're going to do 4 of these together. So we're going to yarn over and go back into the same stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop. You have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through 2. And that should leave you with 3 loops on your hook. We're going to do that 2 more times. Yarn over, go in, pull up. You'll have 5 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through 2. That will leave you with 4. And 1 more time, yarn over, go in, pull up a loop, 6 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through 2. That will leave you with 5 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over and pull through all 5. So make sure you're doing these loosely as well. And then we're going to chain 2, and we're going to repeat that all the way around in between every cluster. So let's do another one together. Yarn over and go into in between the clusters. Yarn over and pull up a loop. Yarn over and pull through 2. Go back into the stitch. Pull through 2. Third time, pull through 2. You'll have 4 on your hook. So that means we need to go one more time. Pull through 2, and you should have 5 loops on your hook. And then yarn over and pull through all 5. Chain 2, and we'll do one more together. Yarn over and go in between the cluster stitches. Pull up a loop and yarn over and pull through 2. This is the second time, pull through 2. Third time, pull through 2. 4 on your hook, so you know you need to go one more. Fourth time, pull through 2. You have 5 on your hook. Yarn over and pull through all 5 and chain 2. All right, so you'll do that for 16 times, and you'll chain 2 at the end, and then I'll meet you back. All right, after you've chained 2 and you have 16 clusters done, we're going to slip stitch into the very top of the first cluster. Okay, so right there, slip stitch. And we can chain 1 and cut your yarn. So there you have the whole middle portion finished from the flower portion or sunburst portion, and we're going to do the outer portion here now, which is the last part. So I'm going to get my brown yarn, and you can just attach anywhere in between the clusters, anywhere you want, and tie your knot. And from here you're going to insert your hook there, and we're going to chain up 3, and this is going to count as your first double crochet, and then you're going to double crochet 2 more in that same space. So you have 3 double crochet in the first chain space, and then we're going to do a treble crochet into the next chain space. So for a treble, if you're unfamiliar, it's pretty much just an extended version of the double crochet. You yarn over twice and go into that stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop. So you'll have 4 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2, and then yarn over and pull through 2. And we're going to do 2 more of those. So you'll do 3 trebles total. Yarn over twice, go in and pull up a loop, 4 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. And then do 1 more treble in the same space. And then we're going to chain 1. Now here you have an option. You can chain 1, 2, or 3. I like to chain 1 because otherwise it leaves kind of a big space, and I'll show you the difference. I don't know if you can tell or not on these, but here is where we have a chain 3 in between the trebles, and here is where we have a chain 1 in between the trebles. So it's just a much larger space there, and I don't like it to be so holy. So I'm going to just chain 1 in between mine. You can do 2 or 3 if you'd like. And then we're going to do 3 more trebles in that same exact space because that's going to be your corner. So here you can, well, hopefully you can see with the black yarn, here in the corners of each we have 3 treble, a chain 1, and 3 treble. Okay, so that's where we're at. So we chained 1, we're going to do 3 more treble in that same space. So 1, 2, and 3. All right. And then into the next space, we're going to do 3 double crochet again. Just regular double crochets. There's 1, 2, and 3. And into the next chain space, we're going to do 3 half double crochet. There's 1, 2, and 3. I've been dragging this piece around in the back here, and it's dragged long enough, so I'm just going to chop that, get rid of it. Okay, and then in the next chain space, we're going to do 3 double crochet again. 1, 2, and 3. And now we're back to a corner, so we're going to do 3 treble crochet into the next chain space. 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to chain 1, or however many you decide, and then 3 more treble in the exact same space. And this builds our corner. 2, 3. So you can see here, like if this were the top, here's the corner. We do 3 treble, a chain 1, and 3 treble, and then we do 3 double crochet, 3 half double crochet, 3 double crochet, and then the corner again. So that's what we're going to do all the way around. You're going to keep following that until you get back to where we started with the 3 double crochet. So let me just do a couple more with you on this side, and then I'll let you do the last portion by yourself. So after the corner, we do 3 double crochet into the chain space. 1, 2, 3, and then we do 3 half double into the next. 1, 2, 3, and then we do 3 double again. 1, 2, and 3. Whoops. And then we're back to a quarter again, so we're going to do 3 treble, chain 1, and 3 treble again. All right, so you're going to do that all the way around. When you get back here, we started with the 3 double crochet, so you're going to end with 3 half double crochet. All right, so go ahead and do yours, and I will meet you right back. I'm coming around to the end here. I've done my last quarter, and then I did 3 double crochet, and remember we started with 3 double, so we need to end with 3 half double in the middle here. So there's 1, 2, 3, and then you're just going to, sorry, I'm going to cut that piece too because I went over it already. All right, and then you're just going to slip stitch into the top of the very first chain 3 that we made, because that counts as our first double crochet. And then you can tie off, and you've made your Sunburst granny square. So yeah, there it is. I hope that was simple enough for you. If you're not subscribed, I'd love to have you on my channel. I post all kinds of different yarn haul videos and tutorials and pattern videos. So please subscribe. Please like the video. Comment below. Let me know how this worked for you. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer for you. And yeah, check out my other videos. And thank you so much for being here. If you're on Snapchat, or I'm sorry, not Snapchat. If you're on TikTok or Instagram, I'm there at Creations Misfit, and I'd love to have you over there as well. So thanks again. Let me know how this worked, what colors you used it for, what you're going to use your granny squares for, and I'd love to hear about that. And stay tuned or check out my video for the book covers, because those will be up shortly if they're not already up. So have a great day. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.